right. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a wonderful holidays. Yes, it's been almost 6 months, going on 7, that I haven't done any videos, haven't been on. And that doesn't mean that I'm on. I'm just doing this because I was inspired by your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Make sure you guys give him a shout out. I'm not going to steal his thunder, but he inspired me to do this custom that I did. And I have here my Spawn Slayer. So with that said, this doesn't mean I'm coming back because you guys knew I had left because of a lot of reasons, but I have been seeing a lot of love from all of you guys, and we'll just go over real quickly what we did here. Guys, this wasn't a major custom. This channel's not ink drop customs and things like that. I don't have that kind of time, like I've told you guys several times in many videos. But what I did do here is that I bought from um from Max Birds the medieval and again, I'm not sponsored by them. I bought from Max Bird or Forge Knights. I purchased their medieval Spawn cape set, which comes with an axe and a shield, to give to this guy. Plus, I wanted the shroud or the cape because it doesn't flare up here in the collar like normal Spawn. So let me turn him around so you guys can see how beautiful that is. Look at that. Now, very simple fix. But what I will tell you guys that a lot of you are not going to like because you're into your aesthetics is if you're going to use this figure for stop motion, sadly, you're going to have to remove these things from him. These things are atrocious. The arms pop off whenever you do any type of animation. So you're going to want to get that off of him. To that. Some of you are going to whine and tell me that the aesthetics don't look good. This doesn't bother me. I can care less. Either way, the cape is covering that. So even if it does show up on the stop motion, it wouldn't bother me. And then I've done this review before because I did my custom medieval Spawn and did that. So with that said, we all want to know who the Spawn Slayer is. And in my world, guys, the Spawn Slayer is a clone that the makers made, and they try to control this clone, only that he had a taste of battle with hell spawns and became a collector. Not only that, he savagely, again, this is in my world, this is not canon, this is what I wrote down, how I wanted this guy to be. I always write a little bio on my characters, and he literally in battle defeated another hell spawn, ripped the shroud painfully off of him and connected it to his armor, and had this on him, collected, and as he battles hell spawns, he'll collect their weapons just to show them. Kind of like a General Grievous who collected the lightsabers in Star Wars. That was the concept of what I came from. Not to mention, guys, McFarlane doesn't have a lot of enemies that you're going to be able to do stop motion good enemies. And as I sat down reading volume 7 of the Spawn, which happens to have 300 all the way to 350, I just love all the enemies he could have been doing, but McFarlane does a shit job by not creating figures. He made the Doomslayer, but doesn't give us enemies, he gave us a Marauder, and that was pretty much it. Call it a day. So again, guys, that's not really good. You're not giving the people what they want. But again, I'm not here to be complaining. So like I said, if you want to do exactly the same thing, I'm not sponsored by Max Bird or anything like that. I had to buy this. You're going to have to buy the medieval Spawn kit set. Now, the glue, very important. If you want to save your life, a lot of headaches, and you want to get it done quickly, get this glue. Okay? This thing is phenomenal. However, I'm going to warn you guys, if you get that glue, practice putting the cape on without gluing it yet. Practice, because the moment it goes on, it's not going anywhere. And if you get it wrong, it's not coming off unless you rip it off. So always practice before you put the cape on. And so you guys can see. Now, I created this figure. Again, it's not a creative figure. It's just a fiction. I made a bio for this figure. because in my stop motion. I'll tell you one thing, after taking the pads off, the articulation is better. The arm doesn't come off. He looks fantastic. Last but not least, before we go, I'm making this video very short. To my friend out there, your friendly neighborhood, definitely get the cape. But if you do, and he's just going to be sitting on a shelf, then leave the pad on. That if you're planning on doing any stop motion, this is going to have to come off. Again, it's not a deal breaker for me. I can care less what people say. I never care anyways. But it definitely gives you more mobility on the figure itself. I took this from one of the spawns from the MK spawns. I didn't want to use the same axe that Medieval had because, again, it doesn't show that it's from Spawn. I wanted him to use this to anger the hell spawns that, and this is a villain. I wanted a villain because we don't have enough villains from McFarlane. And I'm going to be doing custom things like this. For example, if you guys go to Gunslinger Spawn issue 43 and 44, you got these amazing angels. You got a mecha angel, which I'm going to use some of the Warhammer figures to create that mecha. Not in the exact same way, but kind of similar to that. Again, this is my world. This is what I'm doing for stop motion. And last but not least, just to answer some questions as to people asking me why I'm so caught up and why did I abandon Batman. I didn't abandon Batman, but when you look at realistically, I don't want to be another channel that when I start pulling and pushing stop motion, it's all Batman related, doing things that people have done. We've seen the Nightfall break Batman's back story. We've seen the Bane fight. We've seen this. We've seen that. I want to do more Spawn. There's not a lot of people doing Spawns out there, and those that do it really blow me away because they're making these figures pop. So, guys, if you like today's, I always said, please subscribe. Don't hesitate. If not, if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. Makes no difference to me, and I don't say it in a bad way. It's just that I think that with 2026 here, some of the toxic stuff that's in the community needs to go away. We got to bring more positive light. Had a wonderful follower and friend who gave me a wonderful comment on this figure and said that I was one of the best collectors. So definitely appreciate that kind of love. So with that said, guys, don't forget to join R.P.A. or Red Pill Animations or R.P.Animations. I am rebranding. This is Red. I love your faces, guys, and I'm going to catch you with the Doom, or better yet, with the Spawn Slayer on the next one. So we are done, and we are out.